series. So taking a look at the hang on first. We'll take a look at the AL East. I'm gonna send the link in the group chat quick, and then we can get her going. You know, we can get the stream going. Not even the stream going, just the games going. I wanna get up to hopefully the last week of April. This stream. Just this one stream. It's gonna be a while, but. Alright, so we take a look at the AL East. You got the Red Sox winning the AL East right now, 7-3 record, so obviously it's still easy. Yankees 1.5 game backs, Blue Jays with 2, Rays 2.5 games back, and Orioles only 3 games back. So AL East is competitive right now. If we take a look at the AL Central, obviously we are 6-4. The Royals are 6-5, so a half a game back for the Royals. White Sox 4-7, so that's 2.5 games back, along with the Tigers also sitting at 4-7. Then the Indians are struggling this year at 3-8, 3.5 games back, but obviously it is still early. And then the AL West, you got at the Astros, who are 8-4. Obviously we're competing with them in the series. 1 game back is the Mariners sitting at 6-4. The Rangers are a game and a half back at 7-6, and the A's and Angels are both at 6-6 with the 2 game back. So here is the wild card race. Although obviously this is only like the second week, so it's not gonna be really anything big. The teams that are starting off hot, it's probably gonna cool down. And then teams like the Indians are probably gonna begin to get hot. So the Phillies are 8-3, Cubs 9-2. So very interesting look at the start of the year, to be honest. But obviously game 3 here against the Houston Astros, the last game of the series. Jose Barrios is getting the start for us, going up against Lance McCullers Jr. is actually having a good year, so Jose Barrios versus McCullers. Gonna be a good game, most likely. But obviously we'll see happens in this game. This is sort of a must-win for the Twins if they want to remain in first. Obviously, there is still a lot of time left in the year if they were to lose this game, like the Royals and things like that. But just for like the main focus, got to get this win. Josh Reddick now leading off for Houston. A 3-2 count to Reddick, as Reddick will ground this one out to Jorge Polanco for the first out of the evening. Oh damn, Sheffield's getting the start for the Yankees, I think. Or, I mean for USA versus the world in the top prospects game. Alright. So Reddick obviously got out. Alex Bregman now up 3-2 count to Alex Bregman, as Bregman will pop this one up to the first baseman in Joe Mauer, who will make the grab for the second out of the game. Now the 2-2 count. Jose Altuve in, and Barrios will pitch to change it for a ball. 3-2 count now to Jose Altuve, as this will be caught by Max Kepler down the right field line.
Not much happening here in the top half of the first. And now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. Lance McCullers starts the game on the mound.
So McCullers now going up against the leadoff hitter Byron Buxton, already down in the count 0-2. As Buxton will swing on the knuckle curve and miss. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the stream. Eddie Rosario now. 2 home runs, 5 RBI so far in the year, batting about 180. As Rosario will swing at a pitch that would have been a ball, and that will be a out. Second out of the game for the Twins is Brian Dozier, 5 home runs, 11 RBIs, batting 395. now up here for the Twins. Down the count 1-2. McCullers will take the knuckle curve and get that in the first strike as Dozier strikes out looking. So Carlos Correa now to start off the second for Houston. 3-2 count. Correa will swing and miss as Berrios gets his first strikeout of the game. George Springer now up 3-1 count to Springer as the fastball will get in there for a strike. Full count now to George as this will be hit to Max Kepler, who has to move to his right on the right foul line. It is caught for the out. Now the 1-1 count to Gurriel. The fastball is a ball there. 2-1. A little bit high. Berrios, as this one is hit foul by Gurriel to make this a 2-2 count. As that fastball is in there for a ball as well. 3-2. As now Gurriel hits it to the speedy Byron Buxton, who is able to make the play. So both teams still without a hit in the game, as Miguel Sano is up 3 home runs, 7 RBI so far on the year for Miguel Sano. An excellent hitter. As Sano will line this one to the center fielder in George Springer for the first out from the bottom of the second. Miguel Sano is 6 for 8 this series. Wilson Ramos, my bad, is 6 for 8 this series with a double, with a couple doubles and like a bunch of singles, I think, as Wilson Ramos continues his great series here against Houston with a single. So the first hit of the game belongs to Wilson Ramos, as that will bring up Joe Mauer's 0 for 1 with batting .265 here. The 1-1 count to Joe Mauer, Twins legend, as he will pop this one up, and it will be a fly out to the left fielder in Jake Marisnick. And now up is Max Kepler. As he takes the fastball. For a ball there. 2-1 count now to Kepler. McCullers with the pitch, as Kepler will hit this one to the left field, and it will be caught by Marisnick for the final out. But the Twins break through with one hit. I'm trying to think of what I wanted to say there. 3-1 count now to Gonzalez. Gets in there for a strike. He thought it was going to be a ball, already heading to first base, but it's now a full count, as that will be a ball. So Jose Berrios walks his first batter of the game, as now the 1-1 count, as this will be getting down there for a base hit, as then now there's runners on first and second for Houston looking to break through. As then now a full count to, who is that? Derek Fisher is playing. Alright. Derek Fisher left fielder, and it's not Marisnick. My apologies. Derek Fisher is a starting left field, as they call that a ball, as the bases are now loaded. There's Josh Riddick now on. The full count is fouled off by Riddick. It's still a full count as Berrios comes in, and it is hit deep. The speedy Bucks will not be able to get there, as that will go in for about 3 runs. No, it will only get in for 2 runs, as Houston takes a quick 2-0 lead on Minnesota. Still with no outs. Jose Berrios now most likely starting to struggle. The 3-1 count. Berrios gets the fastball in there to force a full count in on Alex Bregman. As it is hit deep to Byron Buxton, he throws it over to Dozier, who will throw it over to the third baseman Miguel Sano, but Fisher gets in there safe. So a sac fly for Bregman leads Houston to a 3-0 lead with only one out as Altuve sends this one. It is caught by Kepler, who is throwing it home. That is on target, and it will be safe. Derek Fisher is safe at the plate to give Houston a 4-0 lead. So then now a 1-1 count to Jose Berrios as Carlos Correa swings and misses there to make this count 1-2. There's a curveball there for Berrios, goes for a ball, 2-2 count. So now Altuve gets that down for a base hit through the gap to keep it going. Keep this inning going, I should say. My oh my. Is Berrios getting lit up right now? George Springer now up 3-2 count to Springer as he gets it down for another base hit, and Byron Buxton now throwing it to third base, and Altuve will get in there safely. So that looks to be the end of Jose Berrios' day. Coming in now is Kyle Gibson. So Berrios with a horrible start, taking out in just 2.2 innings, and Gibson will force a foul off on Gonzalez, or Gurriel I should say, as that will be the final out of the inning. A good play by Maurer to get the ball and then take it himself. As Eduardo Escobar now up, working a 1-2 count on Lance McCullers, as Escobar will get this down for a base hit, potentially more, and it will be more. Escobar will get a leadoff double here for the Twins. It's what they need in order to get back in this game. Jorge Polanco up 1 home run, 7 RBIs, working a 2-1 count. Twins need a run this inning, down 4-0 obviously after they got after Berrios got lit up. As I have no idea why Polanco swung at that. 2-2 count to Polanco as he takes the fastball there for a ball to make this a 3-2 count. The 3-2 count now to Polanco is hit, and it will be a grounder to Altuve, who makes the play, but the runner in Eduardo Escobar moves on to third base as Byron Buxton now leading off here, or the number 1 home hitter I should say, with 1 out, man on third base. The 3-0 count to Byron Buxton as Buxton sends this one deep to center field. It will be deep enough for a sacrifice fly. If Polanco can come in to score, he'll get in easily. Doesn't even need to slide, but he does, as the Twins take a 4-1 lead with Eddie Rosario now up 1-2 count to Eddie Rosario, as he will take the fastball there for a ball. 2-2 count to Rosario. As Rosario sends this one deep to center field, will it be enough for a home run? No, it won't. It will be off the wall, and it looks like Rosario will be heading to third. Will he be in there safely? Yes, he will. So Rosario with a triple. I believe that's his 4th triple of the year, right? I have no idea, but Rosario with another triple, bringing up power hitter Brian Dozier, working a 1-1 count, as he will take the knuckle curve for a ball at the shoulders. 2-1 count now to Dozier. Dozier will ground this one out. Can he beat it out? No, he cannot, so it will be a ground out for Brian Dozier. However, the Twins do get a run off of a sac fly from Brian Buxton. So now with the 3-2 count to Marwin Gonzalez, he will ground it out to Joe Mauer, who will take it himself to the first base. As Jose Barrios in his start, 2.2 innings pitched, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 ER, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. Only 25 pitches before getting chased out of the game. Completely struggles. Now the 0-2 count to Brian McCann as Joe Mauer makes the play on it again for the second out of the inning. Derek Fisher now up, working a 1-1 count to Derek Fisher. Kyle Gibson struggled in his first appearance. I believe he has an ERA. Oh yeah, no, a 9.0 ERA. Looking to obviously improve that to the lower numbers. Could even potentially slide into a starter role if our starters are struggling, which most have actually been as of late, but we've also been playing some tough teams in the Mariners and Houston. As Kyle Gibson once again, full count on Derek Fisher. He throws the fastballs. That will be a ground out. Dozier over to Joe Mauer for the final out of the top 4, as we will now head bottom 4 with Miguel Sano leading off bottom 4, batting .317 this year. The 2-2 count now to Miguel Sano. Wouldn't it be great for Sano to go deeper now and provide spark for the Twins, as Sano sends this one deep, but it will be caught by the right fielder in Josh Reddick for the first out. Wilson Ramos now batting .386. He's one front with a single in the second. Has been playing amazing with the Twins so far. No home runs yet on the year, obviously. Just an RBI, as he won't be able to get this past for a base hit. As then now up is Joe Mauer, who started off the year hot, has cooled down tremendously, but looking to get his batting average back up, as he will take the sinker there for a ball. 1-2 count now to Joe Mauer, as he will hit this one to the first baseman in Uriel, I do believe. Yeah, as Josh Reddick now working a 3-1 count on Gibson, top 5 here, as this will be a called strike. That was a good call on the Twins' part by the ump, but debatable, as this will be grounded out to Brian Dozier. Yes, it will. So Reddick will ground out to start off the 5th inning. Alex Bregman now up. He's 0 for 1 with a sac fly and an RBI, working a 3-2 count on Kyle Gibson. As this will be a ground out to Miguel Sano. Will he be out? Yes, they do get the throw over in time. As Jose Altuve now 0 for 1 to sac fly, I do believe, as well, working a 3-0 count on Kyle Gibson, as that will be a walk. Debatable call. So Gibson walks his first batter of the game there. No strikeouts yet for Gibson either. 2-2 count to Carlos Correa, who will hit it to Max Kepler out in right field for the final out. So now we head bottom 5 with Max Kepler leading off. 2 home runs on the year, 7 RBIs, batting .290 for Max Kepler. Looking to make it 3 home runs here to really provide a spark for the Twins, as Kepler won't hit a home run, but he will get a base hit. So a leadoff single for Max Kepler, bringing up Eduardo Escobar, batting .455. Excellent power for a shortstop, although he has not hit a home run yet this year. Also 3 RBIs so far for Escobar, batting .455. As Escobar will take the changeup. They say that he swung on the check swing to make this count 1-2. As Escobar will swing and miss on the knuckle curve for the final out. That will be McCullers' 3rd strikeout of the game. Jorge Polanco now up, batting .235 with only 1 home run, 7 RBIs, working an 0-2 count here. On the check swing, Max Kepler is safe. So they threw a ball, the check swing, and Max Kepler steals the base. So a 1-2 count now to Polanco. As he will swing on this, it is hit to the outfield, caught by Derek Fisher, and going to third base is Max Kepler, tagging up, moving on to third. Throw was completely off the mark by Derek Fisher as Byron Buxton now up. He has a sac fly and an RBI. A sac fly will not work here. So, just looking to get on base is Buxton. As they say that he went on the check swing. I don't think he did, but they say he goes, so the Twins won't be able to get a run, and they leave a runner stranded. So now the 3-2 count to George Springer. He'll hit this. Tough play for Brian Dozier, but he makes it over in time for the final out, the first out. My apologies. Yearly Gurriel now batting .214. He is 0 for 2, I do believe, on the year, working a full count on Gibson, and Gurriel will hit a foul ball there. Almost a nice play by Sano, almost a nice base hit, and potentially two for Gurriel, as he sends this one deep, and it will be foul. No, Max Kepler's able to get over there in time. It wasn't foul territory though, but a good play by Max Kepler gets the second out of the 6th inning. As Gonzalez now pops this one back up to Wilson Ramos, who will get over there, and Ramos makes the play. Now we head bottom 6, Twins down 4-1. Eddie Rosario up, 2-1 count to Eddie. As he checks the swing on the fastball, as he goes around again. Oh my god. As Rosario will foul off this one a little bit early on the ball. Yep. Another 2-2 count to Rosario. He'll get this one down for a base hit. As the Twins now lead off single for Eddie Rosario, bringing up Brian Dozier. I almost said Brian. Why fucking Byron Buxton? But Brian Dozier now up. I see a powerful hitter, but he will pop this one up to the left fielder. Rosario tagging up, but won't be going anywhere. As Miguel Sano is back up, 0 for 2 with the flyout and a lineout, batting .310 on the year, looking to keep that up. The 1-1 count to Miguel Sano. As Rosario is thrown out, attempting to steal. Now a 1-2 count to Sano after he took the knuckle curve. So they tried stealing, got caught, and Sano will get it down for a base hit, maybe more. He is trying for 2, and he gets caught trying for 2. Twins doing everything to get runners into scoring position, and it's just backfiring. As Sano called out. Now top 7, 3-1 count to Brian McCann as he fouls off the 2-seam to make this a 3-2 count. Gibson with the pitch. McCann sends this one deep to right field, but it will turn foul before the home run. Warming up is Duke and Hildenberger. Another 3-2 count. Gibson hits it against the switches, McCann. Shift, I should say. As Brian Dozier makes the play. Derek Fisher now 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. A 1-2 count with 1 out to Derek Fisher. As that changeup will go for a ball, working a 2-2 count now on Kyle Gibson. As it will be down for a base hit. Polanco can't make the play. As now coming up to bat is Josh Reddick. So that two seam is fouled off 3-1. Trying to work back into the count. Was down 3-0. Now, will they be able to turn two? No, they won't be able to turn two, but they get Fisher out. So Reddick will be safe at first as Bregman now up working a 2-1 count to Bregman as that two seam fastball is fouled off. Coming back with the two seam, that is fouled off by Bregman once again. 2-2 count now as Bregman fouls that one off again. Gibson has pitched 58 pitches so far. So going strong. 2-2 count now. Strikeout. Kyle Gibson gets his first strikeout as Bregman swings and misses there. As now leading off is Wilson Ramos, batting a .378 average, working a 1-1 count on Lance McCullers, who has how many pitches? 72 pitches, bottom 7. Alright, not bad. As Wilson Ramos hits this one deep to right center field, as it won't be gone, but it goes off the wall, and Ramos will halt at second base. So a leadoff double for Wilson Ramos, his fourth double of the year. So it'll be the end to Lance McCullers' day. Coming in is Tony Sitt. 2 games with a 3.00 ERA. So now the 1-1 count, however, coming in for him will be Logan Morrison, as they need a home run. He's excellent against righties, although Sipp is a lefty. He still has some more power than Joe Mauer, so hopefully Morrison can take him deep. As the slider will go ball. What's Morrison's contact against lefties? 48. Hopefully Morrison can take him deep then. I didn't realize Sipp was lefty. Completely forgot. 2-1 count. As Morrison will foul this one off there. 2-2 count now. Was early on the changeup. If he stayed, he probably would have been gone. Unless... Alright, so he was early as Morrison sends this one deep. Or, not deep, but he sends this one to the center field. As it gets away from the center fielder. Gets away from the shortstop, the cutoff man. But Brian McCann is there. Max Kepler now leading. Appearing at the plate. The 1-1 count. To Kepler. Does he have power against lefties? Nah, sort of. As Kepler will swing and miss on the slider there. 1-2 count. To Kepler. As Kepler sends this one to shallow left center field, making the play is Derek Fisher. No, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't. Why was he going? This. I didn't even press anything. So after a weird turn of events, I fucking guess this game, screws me, but whatever. I didn't even press anything. So coming up to the dish now is Jose Altuve after a weird turn of events. Oh my god, I hate this game sometimes. 2-2 count. Altuve hits it, foul. Logan Morrison diving effort, still full count for Altuve. As this will be foul once again. Altuve, if you can hit it fair, that would be lovely, so we can just move on from this game. Oh my god, Gibson now with the slider. Altuve hits it fair, so it'll be Logan Morrison making the play. Carlos Correa now working a 3-0 count. So that fastball will be a ball. So a 4-pitch walk for Carlos Correa. 2-1 count now to George Springer. Gibson is getting tired, but like, what do I care? As that fastball will go for a ball there. 3-1. As Springer will foul this one off for yet another full count. As Springer fouls this one off again too. He fouls the fastball off again too, so really working Kyle Gibson, because we just want Kyle Gibson's arm to die, don't we? As he will get this down for a base hit, as the runner will not move on to third. He will stay halted at second, as now man on first and second with 1 out. As that looks to be the end of Kyle Gibson's day with Gurriel coming up. Zach Duke now in. the lefty pitcher for, as Gurriel can't really hit against lefties, so hopefully. Now the 2-1 count to Gurriel. Gurriel fouls this one off to make this a 2-2 count. Gurriel pops this one up to Wilson Ramos. Makes the catch, and he will throw it over to third base for the second out. Marwin Gonzalez now the DH up. The 2-1 count to Gonzalez as the fastball is taken for a strike, 2-2. The fastball is fouled off by Gonzalez, so still working a 2-2 count. As Duke gets the strikeouts, that will be the end of the inning for Houston. As now leading off, Chris Davinsky comes in, Eduardo Escobar. Let's see, Davinsky's a righty. Just to get something going. So pinch hitting for Escobar is Oswaldo Arcia. He has 2 home runs and 2 RBIs so far this year, basically at a pinch hit role the entire season. As Arcia sends this one deep to right field. Will it be enough? Yes, it will. Oswaldo Arcia with his 3rd home run of the season, absolutely terrorizing against right-handed pitchers. My oh my, his 3rd home run of the year. 0-2 count now to Jorge Polanco. So Polanco hits it off the pitcher and will be safe. That will now bring up Byron Buxton, the leadoff man. Could they potentially be moving Eduardo Escobar later on for a pitcher? I mean, they do need it. And Arcia would be a good DH as Buxton takes a slider there for a strike. Arcia would be an amazing DH for the Twins the way that he's playing, because their outfield's good. As Buxton now working a 1-2 count on Davinsky. He takes the slider there as it gets free, and Polanco will move on to second after the wild pitch. As now the 2-2 count to Byron Buxton. As he takes the fastball there for a ball, as again 3-2 count now to Byron. As Buxton sends this one not completely deep, but he does send it probably deep enough to move Polanco onto third base. They are tagging up. It's going to be a close play, and Polanco will be safe, so Buxton basically with the sac fly moving on Polanco to third base to bring up power hitting Eddie Rosario, though he does only have 2 home runs so far this year. Now the 1-1 count to Eddie Rosario. He sends this one deep to left field, and the Twins make the comeback. That is a 2-run home run for Eddie Rosario, his 3rd of the season, and the Twins have now tied the game at 4 apiece, as that will now bring up power hitting second baseman Brian Dozier. 2-1 count. He has 5 home runs this year, 11 RBIs, batting .265, as Dozier completely misses the changeup there. To the 2 count now to Brian Dozier. As Dozier will get this down for a base hit as the Twins continue with only 1 out. So left, as that will bring up power hitting third baseman Miguel Sano. Coming into the game is Will Harris. Coming into the game is Will Harris. Wait, how did I do that? That's what I want to know, eh? Sano keeps calling timeout. That's because I'm just pressing. Alright, I see what I did. Alright, yeah. Alright, so now the 3-2 count to Miguel Sano. As Sano sends this one down the gap. Looks like it will be enough to get Brian Dozier in to score. Actually, it's going to be a close play at the plate, but he does. Brian Dozier's in as the RBI double gives the Twins a 5-4 lead, as Wilson Ramos now up. Almost went deep twice so far today. 1-1 count to Ramos, as Harris is a righty. Ramos demolishes balls against lefties and righties too. Well, Ramos is probably the best at hitting like home runs out of the catchers probably this like year. Although obviously no home runs yet for Wilson Ramos. 1 RBI, batting like 380, I think 391 maybe. I think it said. 1-2 count as Ramos will swing and miss on the curveball there. He checked his swing, but they say that he went. So Logan Morrison now working against a righty pitcher. He has excellent power against righties. No home runs and no RBIs, though. All he needs is a double, and Miguel Sano should be able to get in to score. The 1-1 count is fouled off there by Logan Morrison. Was late on it and a little bit underneath it. Now the 1-2 count to Morrison. As this won't get down for a base hit. An amazing play by Jose Altuve. That will be the end of the 8th inning. The Twins, though, with an amazing comeback here, as I completely forgot to warm up a pitcher. So I'm going to put in Hildenberger for now, and then I'll give Rodney, once Rodney's warmed up, probably put him in. So the 1-1 count now to Brian McCann, as the fastball's in there, swing and miss. 1-2 count to McCann, as this will be fouled off, still remaining a 1-2 count. As this will be a strike, as Hildenberger gets the strikeout against McCann. Is coming in now is Derek Fisher, but going in for Hildenberger's Fernando Rodney. In 4 games he has 4 saves. Started to warm up late in the bullpen. He only got to wait that batter, and now coming in is Fernando Rodney, the right-handed pitcher. Derek Fisher is more of a contact guy, getting on base, as Fernando Rodney warming up. I want to get in all of his pitches, that's just that way he can have the max, or not max, but just that way he can get his ready bar up. There we go. Alright. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm not going to get it up much more, so that's good enough. Now the 1-1 count to Derek Fisher. He gets that in for a strike, they say. 1-2 count. Rodney now with the circle change. Fisher hits it out, but Byron Buxton with an amazing, not amazing, but a good play by the speedy Buxton, as Josh Riddick now in the leadoff man. 3-1 count from Rodney, as he gets that strike in there and make it a 3-2 count. So not getting the green light to swing. 3-2 count now from Rodney, as that will be a walk. So Riddick now gets on first after the walk, with Alex Bregman now up. The 1-1 count to Bregman, as he will hit that over to... Everyone will be safe after Rodney didn't get it. Polanco gets it, but it will be safe, as Jose Altuve now coming in. One of the best hitters. 3-2 count now from Altuve, as he will walk Altuve, which means that now all they need is really a double no score, and Carlos Correa coming up to bat now. 2-1 count, as Correa sends this one deep, but foul. 2-2 count. Correa, the plays made by Dozier, they will get the out, as the Twins were down 4-0, and they come back to win the game 5-4. Rodney, I do believe, gets the save. Does he? Yes, he does. The winning pitcher, Zach Duke, going .2 innings, allowing no hits, no runs, no ER, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Chris Stavinsky is your losing pitcher, going .1 inning, allowing 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 ER, and no strikeouts. Fernando Rodney with his 5th save of the year. Take a look. Eddie Rosario went 3 for 4 with a home run, a triple, 2 RBIs, and a run. Oswaldo Arcia, 1 for 1 with the home run, an RBI, and a run. Miguel Sano, 2 for 4 with a double and RBI. Then Max Kepler, 1 for 3. So a great game, an amazing comeback by the Twins to win the series against Houston 3 or 2-1, as they will be taking on the Chicago White Sox, who are 4-8 so far this year, and there are trade rumors heating up that they could potentially be trading what's his name, Eduardo Escobar, who is currently playing DH. Yeah, no, I'm gonna trade him. What team will take Eduardo Escobar here? We'll go MLB ready first. Offering Chris Davis. Alright, I'm just looking. I want to make something happen, like a trade. Alright. Then I'm gonna make something manually happen. So Eduardo Escobar does have some good trade value. Can I get Domingo Germán? Maybe? CC? No, I don't want to take on CC's contract. Fine, Domingo. Germán's getting paid more than Escobar. God. Clark Schmidt? I don't really need a pitching prospect, but look, I'll take Clark Schmidt if I have to, right? Lower bullpen players, nah. Fine, let's just take a look at prospects for Eduardo Escobar then, because it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting much. Tanner Scott, I don't want a relief pitcher. Oh, crap. Anthony Sleeger, honestly, I'll do that, yep. That opened up a spot in our lineup. I'm most likely going to be bringing on, let me see. First, the lineup, I want to give Osvaldo Arcia a full-time DH role. That's good, give Arcia a full-time DH role. Give Arcia a full-time role, I guess, when it comes to DH, yeah. Pitching rotation, everything's fine. And if we take a look at the prospect we got, it was, who was it? Anthony Ziegler, obviously, who thinks you have to use and production probably isn't going to grow too much, but that's what it is. And now I do just want to check the trading block, see what is out there. Tim Beckham, nah. Eduardo Nunez, nah. Brett Gardner, Adam Warren, nah. Anyone that I really want? Ooh, Liam Hendricks is interesting. 2.4 mil. He's on a 1-year deal too, so we can always just get rid of him. I feel like I have to make that, I feel like not, let me see, who could we get? If we were to go in, what would our pen look like if we went out and got Hendricks? He could slide in as the mid-relief, he could slide in as setup. Hildenberger could move to mid-relief, that we could probably get rid of, like, I don't even know, our pen's, like, already good, so I don't know if I want to make that trade, then never mind. No, our pen's already good for right now. We're probably not going to make a trade. I just want to go and take a look at like what we got. Ooh, Cesar Hernandez. He's just going to decrease. I don't want to do that actually. J-Ho. He's just going to decrease too, and he is only on a 1-year deal. He would be an excellent leadoff man, but not. Some bases too. Freddie Galvis is a good leadoff man too, but not going to do that. I do like the Benintendi deal, but our outfield's stacked. I guess that's a good thing. That's not what I really want to go after. I mean, in free agency there is honestly, Hanley Ramirez, I'd rather play him over Joe Mauer, who is starting to regress. But no, I'm not going to go and do that. So we got Irvin Santana versus, who's Santana going up against? We'll replace him with Mitch Garver, so Garver is getting in the game. Alright, which means we do need to give someone else a rest. Brandon Phillips can only play second base. What position can Brian Dozier play? He can play shortstop. Alright, what position can Polanco play? He can play third base. Alright, that's what we are going to do. Substitute out Miguel Sano, shortstop. We'll substitute them. Alright, we'll move that. Then we'll move in Brandon Phillips there. Crap, I actually got to call up someone. I completely forgot about that. Right? Yeah, no, I do have to call up someone. Let me take a look at the lineups. We have a first. I need to call up a backup outfield then. What if we go out and sign someone from the outfield? Moving up. Who has some power? Matt Holliday has power against lefties. I'll call him in. I'll call him up. I'll sign him to a 2-year deal. And then he can play it. There we go. I'm gonna keep him though. Actually, left-handed pitcher with DH. Would be interesting. Nah. I just want him to come off the bench. Yeah. Alright, cool. So now we're going to calendar Santiago versus Santana. Okay. We'll play that. Yep. Quick count. Yep. Alright. So what we are gonna do? Dozier's gonna be playing shortstop in just a moment. There we go. And then Jorge Polanco is going to be playing third base. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to do Buxton. Rosario is going to be batting third. Brian Dozier is going to be batting fourth. Second base is going to be Brandon Phillips. We're going to give him a rest, so Brandon Phillips is going to slide in at the starter spot. Then we're going to move RC up to, we're going to move RC up to 6. Wilson Ramos is going to be batting there. Catcher is going to be Mitch Garver. There we go. Joe Mauer can. Oh, Santiago's, I think, is a lefty, right? Yeah, I think Santiago's a lefty, so that's why this lineup is looking like this. So then DH Logan Morrison, yeah. We're gonna go and do that, and then DH we're gonna put in Matt Holliday just to give us a lot of rest wise, and then yeah, everything else looks good. Yep. So the 4-8 White Sox are up against the 7-4 Minnesota Twins. As Brandon Phillips, Oswaldo Arcia, Holliday, and then Logan Morrison there. Yep. That's what I like to see. Irvin Santana's 1-for-1 with the 5.91 ERA. Hector Santiago 1-1 with the 2.92 ERA. 10 strikeouts for Santiago, 16 for Irvin Santana. Obviously, Santana has that from his excellent start, I believe. Again, yeah, that was against the Orioles. As leading off is Tim Anderson, I do believe. The 1-1 count to Anderson, swing and miss there on the fastball to make this 1-2 count. Needing a good start from Santana is the Twins after Berrios got lit up against Houston last game. 2-2 count now. To Anderson, he holds up on the slider outside of the zone to make it a 3-2 count. As the slider there is fouled off by Anderson, still working a 2-2 count. Alright, actually full count. As the slider there is hit deep by Anderson. Hang on a moment. That will be off the wall.
And he'll get there as he kicks off the ball game with a triple. And that triple could not have come at a better time. The team has really struggled the last few games trying to get over the hump, and they're looking for anything good to happen to them.
So a leadoff single for Tim Anderson, giving a 1-1 count now to Evisel Garcia, who will foul this pitch off. Another 1-2 count to Garcia. It is hit. Once again, foul. So still a 1-2 count for Garcia. As this one is hit to shallow right field as Brandon Phillips makes the play, and he'll throw it home to who's our Who's our catcher? Mitch Garver, right? Oh my god, he better be our catcher, otherwise I screwed up. That's Jose Abreu. Now up the 1-1 count to Abreu. He definitely has the power to go deep, as that will be a four-seam in there for a strike. 1-2 count now to Abreu. He will hit this probably deep enough for a sac fly, as it will be a close play at home. Actually, no, it won't. Anderson easily scores, but a necessary slide there.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac.
As Wellington Castillo now up 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. For Castillo. 1-1 count, as it will be popped up to Mitch Garver, who makes the play, right? Garver is playing, right? I didn't accidentally fuck up. Oh, I fucked up in the batting order. I don't know why I'm batting Garver 5th or whatever. I'll take it. As Byron Buxton now with 1 home runs, 4 RBIs on the year, leading off bottom 1 here. 1-2 count. Can Buxton hit against lefties? Yeah, he actually can. He's actually better against lefties, alright. Now the 1-1 count. From Santiago, Buxton will hit a not even a grounder, just a one-hopper to the second baseman. Who is their second baseman? Sanchez. Alright, wait, so sorry. No, got Jan Makata, right? Brandon Phillips now in his first at bat with the Twins, the 1-1 count to Brandon Phillips. He's probably never going to go deep this year. Yeah. As Phillips will foul off the sinker there, makes the count 1-2. What's Santiago's pitch count at? Only 6. Alright, come on. Let's work him a little bit. Phillips, eh? As he fouls off the sinker there, 1-2 count. As Phillips with a little tapper caught by the pitcher for the out, as Eddie Rosario now in with 3 home runs, 7 RBIs, striking in. Can he hit against lefties? No, he doesn't have so much power against lefties. He can get on base, but not really home runs. As Santiago now, the 1-1 count to Rosario. He gets Rosario to completely swing and miss that horrible fucking pitch. And I suck. So, yeah. 1-2 count now. Rosario gets out. Now in is Jan Makata batting 5-hole or some shit like that. 2-1 count. As the fastball is fouled off, 2-2 count now to Makata. So we hit back to Garver, who makes the play on it for the first out of the inning.
Hey guys, let's take a look at the Twins on defense. And let's focus our attention on second baseman Brandon Phillips. No one has more fun playing second base than this guy. That dude, picking and grinning, the ability to turn double play with a smile on his face and highlight reel hands.
Now in is Trace Thompson. At the dish, you saw the defensive positions there. Now the 1-2 count to Thompson is fouled off. Garver with the signal, the 1-2 count. Santana with the pitch. Thompson takes it as it was at his shoulders, basically. 2-2 count now to Thompson, as this is fouled off. So still a 2-2 count. Santana with the pitch. Thompson swings and misses for the strikeout. His second strikeout of the day? No, his first strikeout of the day. Alright, now at the plate is Delmonico? Yeah, Delmonico. As that will be a fly out to Byron Buxton if he comes down with it. Yes, he does. So Byron Buxton gets the final out of the top of the second inning, as Brian Dozier playing shortstop in today's matchup due to rest issues. 5 home runs, 11 RBIs with a batting average in the 390s, I do believe. The 1-1 count now, as Dozier will foul off the circle change early on. It probably would have been gone if it was not early, but still, the 1-2 count now to Dozier. as he will pop this one up to the first baseman in Jose Abreu. So he looks to turn to, and Abreu, easy play for Jose. As Mitch Garver now batting 167 with no home runs, 1 RBIs. Can he hit against lefties? Not really. Alright, he can't really hit at all, but potentially future catcher. Mitch Garver, now the 3-2 count to Garver as he fouls off the sinker there. Right, Garver's potential is B, right? Oh no, it's C. Damn. Now the 3-2 count to Garver as he takes the sinker there for a ball, as Santiago will walk his first batter of the game. Oswaldo Arcia, 3 home runs, 3 RBIs so far this year, breaking a full count on Santiago. So he will foul this one off to keep this count alive. 3-2 still to Arcia. Santiago with the pitch. Arcia will send this one completely deep, and this will be gone. Oswaldo Arcia won't just demolish it against lefties, but against righties, but against the lefties too. 2-run home run, his 4th home run of the season. 5 RBIs for Oswaldo Arcia. As Matt Holliday now in his first at bat in forever, it feels like, the former Yankee, obviously. The 1-2 count now to Matt Holliday, as he will send this one deep to center field. Matt Holliday, will it be gone? No, it won't, as obviously the Twins center field is really, really deep. But still, either way, the Twins have a 2-1 lead. But Logan Morrison now up 1-2 count, and Morrison will be out. I believe that was Tim Anderson on the catch. So the Twins now take the lead 2-1 after Oswaldo Arcia's 2-run home run off of Santiago.
Next will be the designated hitter,
Leroy Garcia, the DH, checks in. 2-1 count now to Leroy. Santana looking to get back in the count as that fastball's in there for a called strike. 2-2. Before a strike, I should say. 2-2. Santana now with the fastball. It's fouled off by Garcia to keep this count at 2-2. Now the changeup will go for a ball, so 3-2, full count now to Garcia. And Santana with the changeup fouled off by Garcia, keeping this count and at bat alive, as fouled off once again is the changeup. As this one is hit to the third baseman in Jorge Polanco, right? Yep, Jorge Polanco is the third baseman. As Yolmer Sanchez checks in, 1 home run, 2 RBIs so far this year. He is the number 9 hole hitter. Yeah, working with the 1 out as the slider gets in there for a strike, as he will strike out. Look, and that is Santana's 2nd strikeout of the game. Now the 1-1 count to Tim Anderson really worked Santana's first at bat, but will ground this one out to Brian Dozier, who makes the play at shortstop for out. Due up now is Polanco, Buxton, and Brandon Phillips, the number 9, 1, and 2 hole hitters.
Into the box now, Jorge Polanco. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest.
Each team has 1 hit, as obviously up now is Jorge Polanco. And Polanco will foul this one off to make this a 1-2 count. The pitch from Santiago, it is taken by Polanco, so he will strike out. Looking, that's Santiago's 2nd strikeout of the game. No, his 1st strikeout of the game. All right. Excellent cutter there. As now up at bat is Byron Buxton, working a 1-1 count on Santiago. And Buxton will foul off the circle change to make this a 1-2 count. As Buxton won't be able to get this past the third baseline, it will be a foul ball. 1-2 count from Buxton. As this will be tipped, hit foul. Play is made by Abreu. Easy catch for Abreu. Is coming up now is Brandon Phillips. He popped up in the first. First time Brandon Phillips is appearing in a Twins uniform this season. I do believe. 1-1 count. Brandon Phillips swings and misses on the circle change. How much pitches? Santiago's working on 39 pitches. Alright, kind of need to work it more, which means I need to stop swinging fucking everything. Now the 1-1 count to Brandon Phillips. It is hit for his first base hit of the season. As then now the 1-1 count to Eddie Rosario, the power hitting left fielder. Not so much against lefties, more against righties. If he can at least get on base. But Rosario won't be able to get on base here as Moncada makes an amazing play for the final out. As we head top four, Twins still up 2-1, a 3-0 count on Avisail Garcia. The changeup gets in there for Santana to make this 3-1 count. 83 miles per hour on his changeup. Now the 3-1 count to Avisail Garcia as Santana will walk his first batter of the game. As Jose Abreu now up. Excellent power, although I don't think he's hit a home run, so now he's hit 2 home runs and 10 RBIs, so Abreu definitely has a chance to go yard here. One of the best power hitters is he hits this down the first base line, or not down it, but up, but Arcia cannot reach his arm over to get the out as the slider, but will go for a ball there to 2 count now to Jose Abreu. Pitch by Santana. It will only go for 1 out as they will let Garcia get to second base as Wellington Castillo now checks in at the plate. He's never really had a good batting average, any of my franchises really, as Castillo will hit this one. Can Arcia get over there? Yes, he can, as they will throw it to over to Dozier, who will then lob it in to Mitch Garver to hold. Garcia moves on to third, however, but won't be able to get more. Now the 1-1 count swung on and missed by Yan Moncada, 0 for 1 so far today, working a 1-2 count now, as that will go for a changeup for 8 ball. So now the 2-2 count. This will be hit to Dozier, who makes the play. So Cincinnati, why the fuck did I just say Cincinnati? Chicago leaves a runner stranded, as now Brian Dozier is now in batting 372, looking to improve. Dozier is up 3-0 in the count, but we all know that he does have the green light to swing if he wants to, as that circle change will go for a ball. Brian Hayes just hit a home run. Sorry, I'm watching the World Prospect game as well. So now a 3-1 count to Brian Dozier, as he will take the circle change there for a ball, as that will be Santiago's second walk of the game. Mitch Garver obviously in. 1-1 count to Garver. As Brian Dozier will steal another base, 2-1 count as well to him. Garver after the curveball. Right? After circle change then, yeah. Goes for a ball. Garver hits this one, almost caught by Moncada over the head, as Dozier thought it was going to be caught, so he stayed at second. Honestly, probably would have been able to get around if he moved right away. Wasn't sure, as Avisail Garcia homered in the second inning. Back up now as Garcia sends this one deep. It doesn't look like it is going to be deep enough, though. It won't be but it should be enough for a sac fly, and it will be. So Brian Dozier comes in and gets it. So a sac fly for what's your name, Oswaldo Arcia, for 6 RBI this year, 4 home runs, 6 RBIs for Oswaldo Arcia. As Matt Holliday now in the 1-1 count to Holliday. As Holliday will foul this one off. Amazing power against lefties from Matt Holliday. Not amazing, but he is more of a lefty hitter. He is most likely going to be like a bench role too, or left-handed pitcher DH, I think I said, as Holliday will strike out there. As now up is Logan Morrison. Doesn't really have the power against lefties than he does righties. As Morrison will swing on and miss there. Now the 1-2 count to Logan Morrison from Santiago. 2 strikeouts so far in the day for Santiago. As Morrison will swing on the sinker and miss. So we'll now bring up Trace Thompson, who's 0-for-1, struck out in the 3rd inning, I do believe, or was it the 2nd? Oh no, anyway, Thompson working a 3-1 count as Santana gets the fastball in there for a strike to make this a full count, 3-2. Santana with the 3-2 pitch. Thompson fouls this one off. Santana's working on 59 pitches so far in this game, so not bad, giving a quality start as well. As Thompson will swing on and miss on the fastball. That's Santana's 3rd strikeout on the game. Obviously, he had a 13-game strikeout in his season debut against Baltimore, which was the 2nd game of the year. Amazing start for Santana. As this ball will be hit foul by Delmonico, 2-2 count in the left field stands. Now the 2-2 count. The slider is fouled off by Delmonico. Amazing play by the defender to grab the ball. As the ball boy missed it. Now the 2-2 count. The slider is fouled off once again. This time left field. As then now the 2-2 count. Santana will get Delmonico to swing and miss for his 4th strikeout of the game. As Leroy Garcia tracks in 3-1 count now for the DH in Garcia. As this will get in there for strikes, the changeup. 3-2 count. As the slider will be hit by Garcia through the gap. Didn't really even attempt for it as Dozier will toss it in to Brandon Phillips for a base hit as Yolmer Sanchez now checks in. I do believe he has 1 home run, 2 RBIs so far in the year. Not the best hitter, but it is what it is, as they will ground it out. That is Phillips, who will get it over Logan Morrison a little bit late, but still gets it over for the out, as Jorge Polanco now obviously playing 3rd base. He's in the 3-1 count. Can he hit against lefties too? He's not really a home run hitter. Anyway, but 1 home run, 7 RBIs for Jorge Polanco. 3-1 count now, as he for some reason doesn't go all the way on the circle change. Probably would have been gone too, but whatever. That's what I'm talking about this game anyway. But now the 3-2 count, as Polanco will get it down for a base hit off Santiago, which will bring up Byron Buxton, now the number 1 hole hitter. As he's over 2 with a pop out and a ground out. He has 1 home run and 4 RBIs so far this year. Not really a home run hitter all that much. More of a get on base guy and then steal. As he swings and misses on the circle change. He thought that he check swung, but they said that he went all the way. So I'll now bring up Brandon Phillips on the 1-1 count, as it gets away from Castillo to make it 2-1, and Polanco does steal 2nd base safely. Already went in, just it getting away a little bit from Castillo makes it easier. Now the 2-1 count. Brandon Phillips. Santiago with the pitch. Phillips sends this one too shallow. right field as it will be caught, and Polanco will tag up at second and remain at second. Eddie Rosario now. 3-0 count to Rosario. Could potentially have the green light to swing. Probably not. As he won't swing, and that cutter will be taken for a ball. That will bring up now Brian Dozier. Also a 3-0 count to Dozier. He believe he walked last time. Does have the green light though to swing on 3-0, as he is one of the game's best power hitters. And he won't be able to get that down for a home run, but he will be able to get an RBI. Yes, Polanco safe, so an RBI single for Brian Dozier after the base hits. That will bring in Mitch Garver now. 1-for-1 with the single and a run. 1-2 count as the Twins have extended their lead by 3, 4-1. 1-2 count, 2 outs to Mitch Garver. As Garver will swing and miss on slider at his feet. Terrible pitch to swing at, but he swung anyway. So the Twins do get 1 run this inning. Actually, I think they might have gotten, they got 2, so 4-1. Santana still in. Fastball is high for a ball. Tim Anderson there. 2-1 count now to Tim Anderson. This one is hit to the outfield. That will be Brian Bruxton on the out. So the first out is made by Byron Buxton. 3-2 count now to Avisel Garcia, as that one will be fouled off. Full count now to Garcia. It's been full count, as that one will be Santana's second walk of the game. He also has 4 strikeouts on the day, and he's allowed 2 hits. So far, a good start for Santana, but obviously it's getting late, as Abreu sends this one to the right fielder in Oswaldo Arcia, who will catch it and then throw it into the cutoff man, who will then toss it into Brian Dozier. As Wellington Castillo checking back up, this could potentially be Santana's last inning, as the fastball's in the first strike. Santana now 84 pitches at the end of the 6th. Aaron Bummer checks in. He's appeared in 6 games with a 1-0 record and 2 ERA. Oswaldo Arcia hit a 2-run home run in the 2nd. 0-2 so far this year. It's another lefty, which sucks, but oh well. Warm up Presley. Actually, no, warm up Presley. To warm up Addison Reed as well. Now the 0-2 count to Oswaldo Arcia, as Arcia will swing and miss on the 2-seam fastball high. Probably should have taken it, but oh well. As Matt Holliday now in. Excellent hitter when it comes to lefties. Excellent power hitter in general. Still kind of has it. Hasn't played it in a while, but the 2-2 count now to Matt Holliday, who sends this one deep to center field, but not deep enough, as that will be caught by, who's their center fielder? It's not Avisel Garcia, right? Trace Thompson, right. As Logan Morrison now isn't obviously that too good of a hitter against lefties, but still a good power hitter in general, as he will swing and miss on the slider there. The breaking balls always honestly get me, so I'm not going to complain, but 1-2 count now to Morrison, as he gets underneath that, as that will be the final out of the 6th inning, as we will head top 7 with the Twins up 4-1. Jan Moncada checks in now. A 1-1 count to Moncada, as Moncada will swing and miss on the 2-seam fastball there for a strike. 1-2 count now to Moncada, as the changeup will be fouled off there. 1-2 count. The 4-seam, or is that 2-seam? I think that's a 2-seam. So Santana with his 5th strikeout of the game, 6th strikeout of the game for Santana. Full count now to Trace Thompson. 3-2. Obviously Clay Thompson's brother, as that changeup will go for a walk, so Thompson gets on base. Now with Nicky Delmonico up. 1-1 count to Delmonico. Santana gets the fastball in there for a strike. 1-2 count now to Delmonico. Nicky will foul off the changeup there to keep it a 1-2 count. Santana now brings the heat, and Delmonico strikes out. For Santana's second strikeout as Leroy Garcia back up the DH hitter. As it will be hit and not caught by Garcia, but it will be a base hit for Garcia. Man on first and second. And accidentally, I meant Garcia if I said Garcia. My bad. Now the 2-1 count, as it will be hit and it will be out. So the Twins will keep this a 3-run game heading in as Bruce Rondon checks in. He is a right-handed pitcher, alright. 3-2 count now to Jorge Polanco. Can really go deep against. Or actually, no, he has better chance to go deep. Polanco's not really a home run hitter, although he does have 1 home run so far this year. And Polanco will swing late on that as there'll be a pop back up to Wellington Castillo. Should probably honestly be doing streaks. I don't have a lot, so Byron Buxton now in. 1-2 count to Buxton, as he won't be able to get on base. I do believe. I don't even know. Does he have an on base? I don't know if he has a hitting streak by Byron Buxton. As Brandon Phillips now checks in, working a 1-1 count. As Phillips will swing and miss on the slider there, make this a 1-2 count. As Phillips will get this down for yet another single, so Phillips getting back on base, which will bring up Brian Dozier's excellent power against righties, right? Oh no, Eddie Rosario's up, who does actually have some pretty good power against righties as well. 3 home runs, 7 RBIs so far this year. Now the 2-1 count to Rosario, as Rosario won't get this down. A good play by Makata. Can he beat out the run? No, he cannot. Now we head top 8, Tim Anderson. Santana still in the 1-1 count. Santana looking to go 8 innings, as this will be popped up by Tim Anderson. Santana makes the play, almost an error, but he makes the play with Evisel Garcia up. Now 0-2 count, as Garcia will hold off on this changeup in the dirt, making it a 1-2 count. As the slider will be a ground out to the third baseman Polanco, who will get it over in time for the out. And then now in is Jose Abreu, obviously a power hitter. 2-1 count now to Abreu. Santana brings the heat, and it will be caught by Oswaldo Arcia out there in right field for the final out of the 8th inning. As Joakim Sora checks in with the 7.04 ERA. Brian Dozier up. What's his power against righties? Oh damn, no, he's actually a bit better against lefties. Brian Dozier, he's still a fucking bomber when it comes to righties. Now the 2-1 count to Brian Dozier, as he sends this one deep, and that is going to be gone for Brian Dozier's 6th home run of the season, 12th RBI, I do believe. What a home run by Brian Dozier. As now up is, who even is up? Mitch Garver's up. He's 1 for 2 so far today. Working a 1-1 count is Garver. 5-1 lead for Minnesota after the home run, as he takes the high fastball for a ball. 2-1 count now. As Soria with the pitch to Garver, as he will hold off on the changeup. They say that he check swung, as that will make the count to 2. And Garver will be able to get on base. Delmonico can't come over to make the, actually Evisel Garcia is playing right field. He won't be able to come over and make the out. As now in is Oswaldo Arcia, with amazing power against righties. Another chance to go deep. He has 4 home runs, 6 RBIs on the year. Basically pinch hitting all year. Now is starting to get a bigger role, as Arcia fouls this one off. But they want to see what Arcia can do with basically a starting role now, with like the DH, and obviously is playing. right field today as Arcia will get that down for a base hit to improve his batting average. Man now on first and second with no outs. As that will bring up Matt Holliday, who is better hitting against lefties but still good power against righties. And still good contact against righties. 1-1 count now to Holliday as he will swing and miss on the fastball inside his hip. 1-2 count now to Holliday. As Holliday will pop this one up to Jose Abreu in foul territory, who makes the easy grab. So will now bring up Jorge Polanco, right? No, Logan Morrison, who is an excellent power hitter against against righties as well. The Twins have amazing hitters against righties, as you have seen Brian Dozier go deep against Soria when he led off this inning, and then now Garver and Arcia on base. Arcia is one of the power hitters against righties as well. Wilson Ramos, too, as the 3-1 count. Now Morrison will pop this one up, so we're not going to see Morrison's style come into play here as Jorge Polanco now 1-2-3 with a single and a run. His 1 home run, 7 RBIs so far this year. Has a chance at another RBI. 1-2 count now to Polanco as he will he be able? No, he won't be able to get it. But they will throw it home. But bases will remain loaded now with Byron Buxton on 1 home run, 4 RBIs. RBI chance here for Byron Buxton. However, Buxton has struggled today, working a 2-2 count on Byron. And he will swing and miss on the changeup there. Probably should have taken it, but the Twins will leave bases loaded. However, Brian Dozier with the bomb as Santana will remain in the game, looking to get a complete game. 3-2 count now to Castillo as he will send this one to Byron Buxton, who gets over there to make the first out. As Jan Moncada now in with working a 2-1 count on Urban Santana. Santana brings the heat as Moncada will foul this one off to make this a 2-2 count. Santana, now the 2-2 count is high for a fastball. Full count now to Moncada. Now the 2-seam fastball is hit. Polanco can't make the play there as Jan Moncada will get on base. As coming up at the plate now is Trace Thompson working a 1-1 count on Santana as he will hit this one to Garcia, Oswaldo Arcia. Names are kind of alike, so I screwed up there, and they both play right field. The 1-1 count obviously flew out to Oswaldo Arcia. Now the 3-2 count to Delmonica as he makes the hit, but Phillips takes away the base hit as the Twins get their first complete game of the season. That's from Urban Santana. They win 5-3. The hitting is honestly amazing for the Twins as the losing pitcher is Hector Santiago, who's now 1-2. He pitched 5 innings, allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, 4 yards, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts. Your winning pitcher is Urban Santana, who pitched a complete game, 9 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 ER, 3 walks, and 7 strikeouts. Brian Dozier went 2 for 3 with a home run, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs. Oswaldo Arcia went 2 for 3 with a home run, 3 RBIs, and a run. Jorge Polanco 2 for 4 with a run, and Mitch Garver 2 for 3 with a run as well. So a great day for the Twins hitting, as we will take a quick look at the league leaders. So the best batting average is Carlos Gomez there for the Rays at 4.57. This is honestly American League. National League is Danny Murphy. We're really only going to look at we'll look at both actually. So the leading hit man is Nunez at 21 hits. You got Wilson Ramos there at 18 along with Brian Dozier. If we go to the National League, Almora. So Almora and Nunez are tied for the lead. The most at bats is Eduardo Nunez at 59, and he There are none. There, the most doubles in the year so far is Evisel Garcia at 6. The first twin man is Miguel Sano at 4, which is tied for 8, along with Kepler, Ramos, and others. The most triples is Eduardo Escobar, who was obviously just traded to the Yankees for the prospect catcher Anthony Siegler, I do believe. And then you also got Rosario and Dozier tied for 2nd, along with Jorge Polanco, then tied for 7th with 1. The most home runs in the AL is Didi Gregorius, followed behind Josh Donaldson and Brian Dozier with 6. Didi with 7 though. The most RBIs is Mike Matuk at 17. The most runs, Brian Dozier at 15. He leads that category. The most stolen bases, Byron Buxton at 7. Brian Dozier 2nd with 4. Alright, base on balls, we're not going to have anyone because we're not really a walking team. Alright, so now James Shields is going up against Jake Odorizzi. They have a bunch of left-handed pitchers. I just realized. They have a bunch of... Shields is a lefty, right? Yeah, Shields is lefty. No, he's a righty, alright. They have a lot of right-handed pitching. I mean, they have a lot of pitching, I do think. We're just going to keep everyone the same. So, Buxton, Rosario, Brian Dozier, Miguel Sano, Wilson Ramos, Joe Mauer, Max Kepler, Oswaldo Arce at the DH role, and Jorge Polanco there. James Shield was working at 10.8 ERA, 0-2, and then you got Jake Odorizzi, who's 1-0 with a 3.6 ERA. Twins is 1 game ahead of Kansas City, however, it is becoming more competitive. The AL Central, that is becoming more competitive. The Kansas City Royals is a surprise team. White Sox, it's no surprise that they're struggling, as Evisel Garcia is leading off with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, batting .333 so far this year. Now the 1-1 count to Garcia is the cutter. Goes for a ball there, 2-1 count now to Garcia. Odorizzi with the pitch. That is fouled off. Wilson Ramos is starting, right? Yeah. I just want to make sure. Now the 2-2 count to Garcia, as that will be taken away. Dozier with the nice play to take away the hit from Garcia for the first out. Tim Anderson batting 2nd, working a 2-1 count on Jake Odorizzi. Odorizzi now with the splitter gets that in there for a strike, 2-2 count now. Now the 2-2 count to Anderson. Odorizzi with the pitch. The fastball gets in there for a strike, and Odorizzi, it's his first strikeout of the game. Jose Abreu now 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, 3-1 count now to Jose Abreu. Definitely has a chance for his 3rd home run, as the cutter will go for a walk. So Odorizzi walks his first batter of the game. Also has 1 strikeout. As then now in is Matt Davidson, as he takes the splitter and swings and misses on it. 2-2 count now to Davidson, as this will be hit to the left fielder Eddie Rosario, as he does make the play for the final out of the inning. Leading off for the Twins now is Byron Buxton. Obviously, James Shields working at 10.80 ERA, also 0-2. As Buxton will not get the hit, as Trace Thompson with an amazing catch out there in center field. Eddie Rosario now in, working a 2-2 count, so Buxton gets a hit taken away. He's been struggling as of recently. Eddie Rosario back in, as he will hit a blooper to the catcher, as Castillo makes the play. Wellington Castillo. As Brian Dozier batting .400 with his 3rd in the American League, 6 home runs, 13 bombs, working a 1-1 count on Shields, as he won't be able to get a hit. Nice play by Anderson, as he won't be able to beat it out as well. So Wellington Castillo now leading off the top of the 2nd, number 4-hole hitter, or actually 5-hole hitter, as Odorizzi with the cutter, it is hit to Max Kepler there for the first out of the inning. Kepler obviously back in right field, Arcia is the DH when it comes to the right-handed pitchers. Now the 1-2 count to Yan Moncada. It's swung on and missed, and Odorizzi gets his second strikeout of the game. Twins really need the pitching to come together early on in the season, as the Royals are honestly a surprise team competing for the Central, as that pitch goes for a ball, 1-2 count. But they really need to establish their dominance early, as Thompson swings on and misses for Odorizzi's third strikeout. Especially if the Indians and like the Royals do actually like come out strong, and obviously the Indians started off like weak, but if they come back, same thing with the Royals, they start off strong. If they continue, they need to be competing for at least a wild card spot. So the rotation really needs to come together. Could be seeing some deadline moves as well. Sano swings on the pitch, and it will be a ground out there. They really need the rotation to come together. Jose Berrios, outside of his first start, he's been struggling. 3-0 count to Ramos, by the way. Irvin Santana with a good start last game. He has been inconsistent, though, as Ramos swings on a changeup completely outside. But they really need their rotation to come together, as he fouls off the fastball there, so Shields works back in to a 3-2 count. Now the pitch to Ramos will be a grounder to Anderson. Ramos obviously isn't that fast, can't beat it out. As now Joe Mauer is up 0 for 1, working a 3-0 count. If Mauer can get on base, that'd be lovely. He started off the year strong as well, as he takes the fastball there for a strike. 3-1, could have been a ball. But there could be some deadline moves too at the Twins, involving not only pitching but also hitting wise, as Mauer sends this one deep but foul. But I mean, not only pitching wise but hitting. But I mean, they said that they want to focus on pitching. They're going to examine what they have at the deadline to decide if they want to be buyers or sellers, depending on what the record and who's available. Now the 1-1 count to Max Kepler. But they could obviously use some outfield help. They could use another power hitter outside of really Sano, although this is a pretty good power hitting team, if you ask me, as that will be caught by the center fielder and Chase Thompson for the final out of the second inning. Nicky Delmonico now up 189 so far this year. No home runs, 2 RBIs, working a 1-2 count on Odorizzi as he fouls off the splitter. Now 1-2 count to Wilson Ramos, as that fastball will be a ball there. 2-2 count now to Delmonico. They really need Odorizzi to be good all season. Obviously, he has been so far. They need Santana to get back to what he did the first start. Obviously, not asking for 13 strikeouts a game, but like 7 to 8 per game. And what he did last game was actually a pretty good start too. But Jose Berrios, who's supposed to be the ace, has been struggling, as Odorizzi got his 4th strikeout of the game, by the way, last at bat, as that one will be caught by Sano for the out. Michael Pineda has been okay so far, as well as Lance Lynn, but they need this entire rotation to be clicking. Surprisingly, the bullpen has been well. I mean, Fernando Rodney has been strong for the Twins so far this year. He hasn't blown a save opportunity yet. Also hasn't pitched in about 3 days, as Oswaldo Arcia comes in. The out was by Joe Mauer to end the inning. Arcia now at the plate, and he will ground this one out to Tim Anderson, because they had the shift on him. Ray Polanco now in. They could use another power hitter, that the Twins potentially could use another piece for the bullpen, as well as Polanco will strike out Shields with his first strikeout of the game. Twins with no teams have a hit yet so far, as Byron Buxton now, and he's 0 for 1 with a line out in the first. They could use another power hitter, or maybe another contact guy to get on base. Another speedy guy too, like Byron Buxton, but I don't know if there is another speedy guy like Byron Buxton out there. I mean, maybe Josh Harrison. He's getting older though in his contract, as Buxton will swing and miss on the knuckle curve for his second out, or Shields with the second strikeout. Odorizzi now working a full count on Tim Anderson as he gets the splitter for his 5th strikeout of the game. So Jake Odorizzi doing pretty good so far today, as Jose Abreu walked in the 1st inning. Now the 1-1 count, or his first at bat at his first plate appearance. 1-2 count now to Jose Abreu. The slider will go for a ball there and make this a 2-2 count. 81 mile per hour slider, not bad at all. What time is it? 5:55. Alright. As the cutter there is fouled off by Abreu. The 2-seam is fouled off by Abreu as well. So far, I like the pace of what these games have been, as the slider there is fouled off as well. 2-2 count. So really working Odorizzi this at bat, as Abreu fouls off the 2-seam fastball. Odorizzi now 49 pitches, so really getting worked this one at bat with Jose. Hopefully he can come back and have a quick. And what a strikeout there for Odorizzi, 6 strikeouts. Hopefully he can come back and have a good inning next inning, like a quick inning I should say. Matt Davidson up 1-1 count. As the cutter there, it is swung on, and Davidson will break the no-hit bid as Kepler completely misreads the ball there. So Davidson will get a double after Kepler misreads where the ball was going, as then now full count to Wellington Castillo, as that won't get so far away, but Davidson will move on to 3rd base. And it was a walk for Castillo, as the 2-seam fastball will be swung on and miss. Who's at bat? Yeah, Moncada, right. Moncada is at bat. Now the 2-2 count to Moncada. He swings on and strikes out Odorizzi with his 7th strikeout this inning, as Eddie Rosario now in 3-2 count to Eddie Rosario. As Rosario will send this one deep to center field. Will it be enough for a home run? Yes, it will, as the Twins will get their 1st hit of the game, which is a home run to break the tie. Eddie Rosario with his 3rd one of the season. 421 feet for Rosario. As now Brian Dozier now in a 3-2 count to Brian Dozier. And he will ground this one out unless he can happen to beat it out, which he won't be able to do, so he will ground this one out. As coming in now is Miguel Sano, batting .333. He does have 4 home runs in the year, right? 3 home runs, 8 RBIs for Miguel Sano. 1-1 count to Sano. Shields with the pitch. Sano sends this one deep. Will it be enough to be gone? Yes, it will. Miguel Sano with the home run. And all of a sudden the Twins are up 2-0. That could have just broke. I don't think it did. Alright, cool then. 421 foot blast from Miguel Sano as well, as Wilson Ramos still in 3-2 count now to Ramos. So the Shields now getting lit up as Ramos sends this one deep. Will it be enough? It goes off the wall, and Ramos with another stand. Oh no, he does not stand up double, but with another double is Wilson Ramos with Joe Mauer now, and he walked in his 1st plate appearance, working a 2-2 count now for the Twins. Not the Shields. Shields is completely struggling, as Mauer will hold off on the 4-seam fastball there for a ball. Full count now to Joe Mauer. Could potentially walk again. As Mauer won't take the walk, he sends this one to deep center, as Ramos will tag up and will move on to 3rd with Oswaldo Arce up now. Right? Oh no, Max Kepler's up, right? Max Kepler's up, working a 1-1 count. Is Kepler. Shields with the pitch, as Kepler will foul off the changeup to make this a 1-2 count. Now Shields, 1-2 count to Kepler. Kepler will be on this late, and it won't be caught, so Kepler with an RBI double there for Kepler to extend the Twins' lead by 3 to nothing. As now in is Oswaldo Arcia, working an 0-2 count. Good, one of the best power hitters against righties on this team. 4 home runs, 6 RBIs, batting .263, working an 0-2 count here. As Arcia swings early on that one, if he gets that on time, that could potentially even be gone. Shields working 55 pitches so far. 0-2 count to Arcia after the foul off there. As Arcia won't get very good contact on that, probably should have been taken for balls. That will end the bleeding of the inning for the Shields. He gave up a solo home run to Eddie Rosario as well as Miguel Sano, and then Max Kepler with an RBI double. As Trace Thompson now in 0 for 1 so far today, working on a 1-1 count. Jake Odorizzi with the pitch. The fastball will be hit, and not able to get it is Joe Mauer, as it will go down for a single. So a leadoff single for Trace Thompson is now in his Nicky Delmonico. His second time at the plate. 1-1 count to Delmonico. The splitter will go for a ball there, 2-1. As the splitter now there, 2-2 after the swing and miss. As the 2-seam will be fouled off there. Still a 2-2 count to Nicky Delmonico. And now the splitter will be hit foul by Delmonico down the left field line. 2-2. And the 2-seam fastball, he gets a swing and miss, so Odorizzi with his 8th strikeout of the game on Nicky Delmonico. As Leroy Garcia now in, working a 1-2 count on Garcia. As he will hit this one deep to Byron Buxton, who will get underneath this one as he looks to throw it in to Polanco, who would then toss it into Brian Dozier. But yeah. Now the 1-1 count to Avisel Garcia, as this will be, the play will be made by Brian Dozier for the final out. So Trace Thompson single, only hit so far for Chicago, right? Not 2 hits for Chicago, as now up at the dish, leading off the bottom of the 5th is Jorge Polanco. 1-1 count to Polanco, as he sends this one to exactly the right fielder. Avisel Garcia barely has to move, if he even moved. As Byron Buxton now over 2 with a strikeout and a line out. Hasn't been so good recently. He is batting now. His average is now down to .222. A 1-1 count as Buxton sends this one deep, and he will continue the bleeding on Shields with a solo home run. So he hasn't been hot as recently. Hopefully Buxton with that home run can become hot. His 2nd home run of the year, 5th RBI. Absolute monster shot to right field, working a 2-2 count now on Eddie Rosario. Homered earlier. He homered his last at bat. 2-2 count to Rosario. He sends this one deep. It does look to be a little bit high though. Will it be gone? Yes, it will. So Rosario with back-to-back home runs. He got his 5th home run this year, 420 feet, 1 foot shy of what he hit last game. Now the 3 last at bat, as now Brian Dozier now in with a 3-1 count. As Brian Dozier won't be able to go back-to-back, as it does hit a little bit of a blooper, and Tim Anderson will make the play for the 2nd out of the inning. Miguel Sano with the solo home run in the 4th. Back up now, working a 1-1 count on Shields. As Sano will foul off this knuckle curve there. Was late on it and got a little bit high on it. So now the 1-2 count to Miguel Sano, as Sano will send this one to the right field wall, as it will bounce and then bounce off the wall, as Sano will have a double. his 5th double of the year, and now up at the plate, Shields has been taken out, so Miguel Gonzalez in 3 games with a 1.76 ERA. So Shields has been taken out. Wilson Ramos 1 for 2 with a double and a run. He checks into the game. 1-1 count. Ramos has been amazing with the Twins so far, as he will swing on and be late on that hit. 1-2 count now to Ramos, as he put the last one foul. The pitch will be taken for a ball. Gonzalez pitches the slider there for a ball. 2-2 count now to Wilson Ramos. Miguel Sano on second base with a double, as Ramos will get this down for a base hit. Will it be enough for an RBI? However, it should be, and it will be. So Ramos with an RBI single as the Twins extend their lead to 6-0 on the White Sox. As now up at the dish is Joe Mauer. The 1-1 count to Joe Mauer now. Gonzalez with the pitch, as Mauer will get this down for a base hit, maybe even more, as Ramos is looking to move on to third base, and he will remain at third base. Mauer moves on to second. So a double for Mauer, moving Wilson up to third. As then now at the dish is Oswaldo Arcia, the power hitting right fielder. Demolishes balls against lefty. Or actually, Max Kepler's up. My bad, I'm still used to the lineup from last game. Although Max Kepler still can hit the ball against righties. As he swings on that pitch late, probably should have been taken for a ball. But still, 0-2 count to Max Kepler here. Man on second and third, 2 outs. As Kepler will strike out looking, so he can't bring in Mauer and Ramos. However, the Twins do extend their lead 6-0, as Tim Anderson is now up at the dish. Jake Odorizzi now, the 1-1 count to Anderson. It will be hit to Joe Mauer, who makes the play for the first out of the inning. Odorizzi with 8 strikeouts. He's allowed 2 hits, 2 walks, 74 pitches so far through 5.1 innings. Now coming into the game is Jose Reyes, 0 for 1 with the walk in the first inning, working a 1-1 count. As Odorizzi with the pitch, it is hit. Max Kepler, will he be able to get over there? It is in foul territory, and Kepler makes the play for the second out of the inning. Matt Davidson, 1 for 2 so far. He's back up at the plate here. 1-1 count to Matt Davidson, a power hitting third baseman. And that cutter will be taken high for a ball. 2-1 count now to Davidson. Odorizzi with the pitch. It will be fouled off by Davidson to make this count 2-2. And Odorizzi now with the pitch. It is fouled off, the fastball. Still remaining a 2-2 count. Now, the pitch will be swung on and missed. The splitter in the dirt for the final out, as Ramos will throw it over to Mauer. As we now head bottom 6 with Arcia leading off. 0-2 count to Arcia. As Arcia will get underneath this, he sends it deep. Will it be deep enough though? No, it will not, as Trace Thompson is underneath that for the first out. Bottom 6. Jorge Polanco up 0 for 2 with the strikeout and the line out here. 1-1 count now to Jorge Polanco. As Polanco will hit a grounder to Jan Moncada for the second out here, as Byron Buxton 1 for 3 as he hit a solo home run the last inning when he was up. As he will take the fastball high there. 2-1 count now to Byron Buxton. 7 stolen bases on the year so far for Buxton. Hasn't really been able to get on base though as of recently to improve that. 2-1 count to Buxton as he will get underneath that for the final out. Jose Abreu should be able to make this catch, and he does. So Jake Odorizzi now, so far, here's what it looked like. 3 runs in the 4th inning for Minnesota, 3 runs in the 5th. Obviously goes to 6-run lead. 9 hits for Minnesota, 2 for the White Sox. 2-1 count now to Wellington Castillo. The fastball's in there for a strike, 2-2 count. Odorizzi now, 2-2 on Castillo. He will foul off the fastball there, as the Twins will start warming up 2 players in the pen. That is Addison Reed and Trevor Hildenberger now warming up in the bullpen. Odorizzi is getting a little bit tired. He is approaching 80 pitches. He's approaching 90 pitches, as that strikeout is his 10th strikeout of the game. Yeah, 10th strikeout of the game for Odorizzi. 3-1 count now, as Odorizzi now with the pitch. Moncada will hit it just foul. Now the 3-2 count. Odorizzi, the 2-seam fastball will go for a ball. Or fouled off, I should say. 3-2 count. Odorizzi with the pitch, and Moncada will be able to field it. Or Moncada hits it to Dozier, who's able to field it, and my pieces went fucking flying almost. As Trace Thompson now 1 for 2 with a single in the 5th inning. The 1-1 count now to Trace Thompson. Odorizzi with the pitch. He hits it back to Ramos, who makes the play on it, and the Twins will get another 1-2-3 inning. As coming up to the plate now is Eddie Rosario, working a 1-1 count. He homered earlier on in this game. Now the 1-1 count to Rosario, as he is late on this, and he hits it back to Wellington Castillo, who makes the play for the first out. Checking back in now is Brian Dozier. 6 home runs, 12 RBIs on the year, right? 13 RBIs on the year for Brian Dozier, working a 1-2 count on Gonzalez. As they say, Dozier swung at the pitch in the dirt, and he will be out. So Dozier not having a good game at all, as he is starting to calm down a little bit. Besides, his great start, as Miguel Sano homered earlier in this game too. His 4th home run he hit earlier, working a 1-1 count. Could potentially be going deep again, as Sano will line it out. A nice play by Tim Anderson there. As still in the game is Jake Odorizzi, as Castillo will hit the splitter for a foul ball, 1-2 count, as the beach ball that goes around here, the Twins makes its way to the outfield, as Arcia picks that one up. 2-2 count now, or Max Kepler picks that one up there. 2-2 count now to Moncada, or Delmonico, as Odorizzi gets his 11th strikeout of the game. With that strikeout there on Delmonico, took it because it looked like a foul ball, but it was called strike, as Leroy Garcia checks in. 1-1 count now, as this will be hit to Miguel Sano, who is able to make the play for the 2nd out of the 8th inning. Avsel Garcia now, the number 1 hitter, is back up. Odorizzi is getting tired, but the 2-2 count and the splitter will be fouled off. Odorizzi could be potentially going for a complete game as well. Wouldn't it be nice for back-to-back complete games for Minnesota, as Garcia fouls this one off. Odorizzi is at 105 pitches, so his arm could potentially be dead in the 9th inning, but we'll see what the Twins manager decides to do. As this will be hit, no, it won't. Buxton, the speedy center field, is able to get over there for the out, as Wilson Ramos, 2 for 3 with a single, double, and RBI, is back up here working a 1-2 count. Is Ramos, as Ramos now with the shot deep to center field. It does not look like it will be gone. It is another double for Wilson Ramos. My oh my, what an acquisition Wilson Ramos has been for the Twins. Now the 1-1 count to Joe Mauer here. One count to Joe Mauer, as Mauer will hit this, and it will be caught. Ramos tagging up, as he does not have tons of speed, and he will be out by a mile. As now Max Kepler in 1 for 3 with the double and RBI, I do believe. Not really an RBI chance here unless he homers. 1-2 count to Kepler. As Kepler gets a hold of this one to the left field, will it be gone? No, it won't. It will be caught by the left fielder in Nicky Delmonico. As remaining in the game now as we head top 9, Tim Anderson, the number 2 hole hitter, is up leading off here, top 9. Jake Odorizzi will remain in the game, 2-2 count now to Tim Anderson, who will foul off the four-seam fastball there. We could be getting back-to-back complete games if Odorizzi can hang in there. 2-2 count, as the splitter will go for 8-ball there, 3-2 count. Now, Odorizzi to Anderson on the 3-2 count. Anderson will pop this one up to Max Kepler for the fly out, not the pop out. So 6-0 lead for the Twins there as the White Sox net out to the final 2 outs. As Jose Abreu checks into the game, could do some potential damage here as he will be able to get it down for base hits. Kepler is not able to get it, as that will be most likely a double for Abreu, and it will be a double for Jose Abreu. So Odorizzi still remaining in the game with Wellington Castillo up 3-0 count. Oh, this is actually Trace Thompson in, or Davidson in, as he will walk Davidson. Now 1-1 count to Wellington Castillo. Please give me a double play ball. Please give me a double play ball. As they will move on, and Davidson will be safe. So runners on second and third now after the wild pitch, even though it didn't really get away. As Castillo will strike there, 2-2 count now from Castillo. Odorizzi now will strike out Castillo for his 12th strikeout of the game. As the White Sox now down to their final out with Jan Moncada up, as the four-seam gets in there for a strike, 1-2 count. Can Odorizzi get a complete game? Back-to-back complete games for the Twins. The cutter goes there for a ball, 2-2 count. Now, as the splitter there will now be a ground out. Dozier gets it over to Mauer. As the Twins do it, they get back-to-back complete games from their pitchers. Irvin Santana last night, Jake Odorizzi tonight, and the Twins shut out the White Sox 6-0. Only allowing 3 hits. James Shields is your losing pitcher, going 0 for 3 with 4.2 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 runs, 6 ER, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Jake Odorizzi improves to 2-0 with a complete game, which is 9 innings. He allowed 3 hits, no runs, no ER, 3 walks, and 12 strikeouts. Eddie Rosario went 2 for 4 with 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs, so two solo shots for Eddie Rosario. Miguel Sano went 2 for 4 with a home run, a double, an RBI, and 2 runs. Wilson Ramos went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles, an RBI, and a run. Ryan Buxton also went 1 for 4 with a home run, an RBI, and a run. So the player of the game is obviously Jake Odorizzi with another amazing, not really amazing, but another complete game. This is a 4-game series against Chicago, so if they can take it, that'd be really, really well for this team. As I apparently forgot to send out our scouts, so honestly, scouting I'm just gonna do them manually. Let me just go to user settings. Let me change it. Scouting auto, yeah. Lucas, delete. I will be right back, and then we'll play that game, and then we'll play this game as well. Yeah, but I'll be right back. Alright, what is up, guys? I am back. I will be also starting up a Sim All series, where it's just a Sim series. Don't know what team I am going to use yet. Obviously, it's not going to be the Twins, because we're using them now, so I'm not going to do the Twins. Brian Dozier's friggin' doing amazing so far this year, right? What's he doing so far? 4 stolen bases. Yeah, he had what? He's doing okay. McGill Sano's doing solid as well. Rosario, hopefully Brent Rooker can develop soon. Now I want to see what I can get for some of my prospects. Let's see, first things first, I do want to see what I can get first. Definitely, I'm not probably going to trade him. I just want to see what I can get for Gonzalez, say a word to trade him. The only team interested is the Brewers. No, that's not happening, I'm just saying. Same thing with Fernando Romero. I just want to see what I can get for some of my prospects. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna trade him just yet. So Lucas Giolito versus Michael Pineda in today's start, right? Already said, yep. So Giolito versus Pineda in today's start here at Target Field. So we take a look. Pineda is if we take a look at the pitching matchup, Lucas Giolito is the pitcher, 0 for 2 with 12.38 ERA. Michael Pineda is 1-0 with the 3.38 ERA. So it's going solid so far, I guess. This year's going so far so good. I am enjoying the series. Just since it's a playoff, it's just gonna take a long time. It's gonna be many episodes of this for one season. I'm hoping somehow this can go 2 seasons. I doubt it's gonna go though, but I'm destined to get this season done before we move on to. Maybe I'll do a playoff with another team after this. I don't know. Probably not. So probably just stick with the playoff with this. But we are going to be doing obviously a sim series that I was mentioning, where it's just like a sim all live stream. As Tim Anderson is up. Another 1-1 count to Tim Anderson. The slider's in there for a strike. Alright. 1-2 count now. I love Pineda. I love when Pineda's pitching. He just feels so clean to pitch with. As the play cannot be made by Polanco. Oh, actually, I can challenge it. We'll just challenge it now, because why not? I never really get the chance to challenge, so we might as well just challenge it. Didi homered again, so Dozier, if you can homer today, that'd be great. Keep up with the pace. He's safe. Oh well. Made the right call there. They made the right call. We just wasted the challenge, but I'm probably not going to get another chance to challenge anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. 2-2 count now to Avisel Garcia as he swings and misses on the slider. Pineda gets his first strikeout of the game. Jose Abreu now in, working a 1-1 count. Abreu will foul off that 4-seam. 1-2 count now. And he will hit that down for a strikeout as Kepler will throw it home. And the White Sox will beat it there to take a 1-0 lead on Minnesota. Valentin Castillo now in 3-1 count to Castillo, as that was Jose Abreu actually. As the play cannot be made there. As the runners will hold on at first and third. So Pineda not having a good start to his day so far, as this is hit for a potential clearing, as they will actually hold. So, but the White Sox are off to an early 2-0 lead after Moncada's RBI double. There is still a runner on third base, as well as obviously Moncada at second. And Trace Thompson will clear out the bases there with a home run. 3-run home run for Trace Thompson. his first home run of the season. As then now 1-1 count to Delmonico, and already warming up in the pen is Kyle Gibson. He's the only one without full energy wise for the Twins, but he is the long relief pitcher there, as this one is hit by Nicky Delmonico almost at the warning track. Play is made though by Max Kepler. Right? That is Kepler, right? Yeah. Garcia's the DH. Now the 1-1 count to Leroy Garcia's the changeup there is taken for a strike. The 1-2 count. Now Pineda with the 1-2 count. The fastball swung on and missed for Pineda's second strikeout of the game. However, the White Sox are off to an early 5-0 lead as Lucas Giolito is up. Luckily, Giolito has struggled with a 12.80 ERA. As Byron Buxton now working a full count on Giolito. As Buxton will get on base with a single to start off the game. A steal chance as well for Brian Buxton as Matt Holliday's in, working a 1-2 count is Holliday. As Buxton will steal and he will be called out. So Buxton is out on the steal attempt as Matt Holliday now on a 2-2 count, and he will be out as well. So White Sox are off to a quick 2-out beginning. My oh my, come on. Gotta get some runs as Brian Dozier's up. It would be really helpful if Dozier, you could home run, but 3-2 count to Brian Dozier now. As Dozier will be able to get it down for a single. As coming up to the plate now, his power hitter Miguel Sano, another 3-2 count for Giolito. As Miguel Sano sends this one deep to left field. Is it gone? Yes, it is. Second deck. Off the top of the third deck. Second deck. 2-run home run for Miguel Sano. His 5th of the season. Slowly catching up to Brian Dozier. What a home run by Sano. Now the 1-1 count to Wilson Ramos. As Ramos will get this down for a base hit. Another hit for Ramos as Delmonico has a hard time handling it. But he ultimately does handle it. So Joe Mauer now in, no home runs, 1 RBI. Also batting about 250. Yeah, he's batting 256. So Mauer now with a nice hit as Ramos is attempting home. Will he be safe? Yes, he will. So Joe Mauer gets his 2nd RBI of the season as the Twins cut the lead now down to 2. 5-3 as Max Kepler now in, working a 1-1 count. Kepler definitely has power to go deep, especially against righties, as he will take the 12-6 curve for a ball, working a 2-1 count now on Giolito. Giolito with 24 pitches. The 2-1 count here. The pitch. And Kepler will send this one deep. It doesn't look like it is going to be gone though. Will it actually? Yes, it does go. So wait, does it go? No, it didn't. It's actually caught. It looked like it went, but Miguel Sano hit a 2-run home run, and then Joe Mauer with an RBI double to cut the White Sox lead down to only 2 runs as Pineda throws a fastball in on Sanchez's hip, which will go for a ball. 1-2 count now, as Sanchez will foul this one off to keep the count at 1-2. Pineda now with the pitch, as this one will be a fastball in there for a strike. Pineda with his 3rd strikeout of the game. Tim Anderson now up. He got a single, his first at bat. 3-2 count. As he gets the changeup for a strike, his 4th strikeout of the game, and I'll be right back. Alright, what's up? I am back here now as Tim Anderson also strikes out. 4 strikeouts on the day so far for Pineda. Struggled in the first inning here. So far, it's so good in the second inning. Avisel Garcia is up as he will foul off that 4-seam to make this a 3-2 count. Now 3-2. The changeup is fouled off by Garcia to keep this at-bat going. Now the changeup to Garcia once again is fouled off. Oh my lord. That bat's still going. Pineda obviously wearing number 35. Garcia will hit this one to Brian Dozier, who will get the out for the final out of the inning. So 1-2-3 inning there for Pineda. As Oswaldo Arcia, 4 home runs, 6 RBIs, batting .238 on the year, is up, working a 3-2 count. Could potentially go deep, cut down the room to run, but they just really want to get on base, as he will get on base with a walk. The circle change will go for a ball there, as Jorge Polanco now up 1 home run, 7 RBIs so far on the year for Jorge Polanco. Arcia is on base with the walk, obviously. The 1-2 count now to Polanco. The 1-2 count pitch. Polanco fouls off the circle change there. Barely got lucky to get a piece on it, honestly, is what the term should really be. As he does get it, it looks like it will be enough to turn 2-0. Polanco with the speed beats it out for 2, but Garcia's out, as Byron Buxton now checks in at the dish. 1-1 count to Byron Buxton. As Buxton takes a ball, Polanco is out. Castillo is an amazing catcher when it comes to stealing, so Twins should not honestly be trying to run. But still, as the circle change to Buxton is fouled off there. Now the 2-2 count to Byron, as he will foul that one off to keep the count alive, 2-2. Now Buxton sends this one to center field, directly to Trace Thompson, though, for the final out of the inning. So Michael Pineda now top 3. He's working a 3-1 count on Jose Abreu. Pineda with the pitch. The 4-seam gets called for a ball. Probably should have honestly been a strike, but calls it a ball. 3-0 count, as Castillo will take the fastball there or the slider there for a strike. 3-1. As they look to turn 2, they get 1 and they get 2, so the Twins turn the double play. So now all of a sudden 2 outs with Jan Moncada up. 3-2 count now to Moncada. The cutter there by Pineda swung on a miss spot by Moncada for his 5th strikeout of the game. So now Matt Holliday back up at the plate. Both pitchers have settled down after really bad first innings. Now the 1-1 count to Matt Holliday, as Holliday won't be able to get it down for a base hit, as that will be the first out of the inning. Good play there by Moncada to take a hit away. Brian Dozier 1-for-1 with a single and a run last inning. Could really use a home run here if you are the Twins. Could look to stay on pace, as Dozier sends this one deep, but it is going to be way too high, and it won't travel, as that is Trace Thompson on the out there. As now coming as Miguel Sano hit a 2-run home run in the first inning. Could use another home run here, especially a solo shot. 1-2 count to give the Twins even more of a spark to come back, as Sano will take it for a ball. It's now a 2-2 count. Almost hit by it. Now the 2-2 count, as he will swing on and miss, as that will go for an out. As Trace Thompson now leading off top 4 for Chicago. A 1-1 count to Thompson. Pineda will get the changeup in there for a strike to make this count 1-2. Pineda now with the pitch. The fastball will go for a ball there. 2-2 count now to Trace Thompson. Now the 4-seam fastball will go for a ball there as well. 3-2 now to Trace Thompson. He had a home run his last at-bat which was in the first inning, as he will get that down for a base hit there as Byron Buxton throws it to the wrong base. Fuck me sideways and call me Japan. Oh my god. Nicky Delmonico now up with obviously Trace Thompson on second after the missed throw. And Nicky Delmonico, wouldn't matter if it was a missed throw or not, because Nicky Delmonico takes Pineda deep to make this a 7-3 game, as it looks like that is going to be the end of Pineda's day, with Kyle Gibson now coming in to pitch. Now the 0-2 count to Garcia is in there for a strike, as Gibson will strike out his first batter. Now up is Sanchez, working a 1-1 count on Kyle Gibson so far, as this will be fouled off for a 1-2 count. Yolmer Sanchez, alright. Now the 1-2 count to Yolmer Sanchez. The slider is caught by Maurer. It would have been hit foul, but amazing play by Maurer there to get there. As Tim Anderson, now the number 1 hole hitter, is in, working a 3-1 count. As Gibson, it's a foul off by Anderson there to make this a 3-2 count. As this will be hit foul as well, 3-2 count now. For Anderson, we're keeping it 3-2. Gibson with the pitch, Anderson with the foul off once again. Gibson out the full seam, the full heat 4-seam, as that will be caught by Byron Buxton for the final out of the inning. Chicago, obviously, Nicky Delmonico's 2-run home run extends the lead 7-3 on Minnesota, as Wilson Ramos is back up. He came close to hitting home run for the Twins so far. Hasn't been able to hit a home run yet this season. The one count, Wilson Ramos sends this one deep to right field. Could it be gone? Yes, it will be. Wilson Ramos with his first home run of the season to make this a 7-4 game. As now up at the dish is Joe Mauer. Still has yet to hit a home run, but Mauer has been probably one of the best guys. He fouls off the ball there. He's been okay at getting on base, though, batting .275 with no home runs, 2 RBIs. Isn't the best first baseman when it comes to hitting home runs, but still, it is good, as Mauer sends this one deep, but it will be not deep enough, as Mauer does not really have the power to go deep like he used to somewhat be able to do with his couple of double-digit home run seasons. Obviously, last year he finished with 7, as Max Kepler checks in now at the plate. The 1-1 count, as Kepler will check his swing, but he goes all the way around on the check swing, working a 1-2 count now on Giolito, as he takes the circle change there for a ball. Makes this a 2-2 count. As Kepler will swing, it will be caught by the right fielder in Avisail Garcia, as Oswaldo Arcia walked in his first plate appearance, is working a 1-1 count here. Definitely has power to go deep. 4 home runs, 6 RBI so far this year, batting .238. Got on base with the walk, obviously last inning, as he will swing and miss on the circle change. 1-2 count now to as Arcia sends this one deep, and it will be not deep enough, sadly, as that will be caught by Trace Thompson for the final out. But Minnesota does get a run after the solo home run by Wilson Ramos. 2-1 game. 2-1 count to Avisail Garcia. It is a 7-4 game in favor of Chicago. As on deck is Jose Abreu right now. Up at the plate is Avisail Garcia, working a 3-1 count so far on Kyle Gibson. So that will be hit foul. 3-2 now. Gibson looking as he fires it, as Garcia will foul it off once again. So still full count for Gibson, and this at bat, as this will be hit deep. Can Kepler get there for the out? No, he cannot, as he misplaced the ball once again. Does it to the cutoff man as Garcia will halt at second base.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his
As Jose Abreu now up at the plate. 2-2 count to Jose. Definitely has the power to go deep as he will hit it, and it will be caught by Brian Dozier there, who will quickly throw it over to Sano to make sure that Garcia will stay at second. As now in the game is Valentin Castillo. I don't know why I thought that was Matt Davison. As that will be taken deep. Castillo takes Kyle Gibson deep into the dugout and bullpen as Chicago sends their lead now 9-4 on Minnesota. This is Yan Makata now at the dish, 2-1 count to Moncada, who swing and miss on the two-seam fastball. So Minnesota, they're pitching completely struggling right now, as that will be a nice play by Sano to get the final out of the inning, or was that only the second? No, that was only the second out of Trace Thompson now. He hit a home run in the first inning. Back up in the 9-4 game, top five, as Thompson will hit this one to the left fielder and Matt Holliday for the out. Now in is Jorge Polanco. 1-1 count to Polanco. 9-4 game favors Chicago, leading off bottom five, as Polanco will get underneath this pitch for the first out if Tim Anderson can catch it, which he easily does. So the first out belongs to Tim Anderson. Byron Buxton up. He's 1 for 2 with single in the first inning. 0-2 count Tim right now. Bottom five, 1 out, no men on. Giolito with the pitch as Buxton will take that four-seam fastball for a ball. 1-2 count now. As that it will hit Buxton, and Buxton will get on base. After the hit by pitch, we'll now bring up Matt Holliday, who has excellent power. 2-2 count now for Holliday. As Holliday sends this one on a pop-up. Can Buxton get back in time? Yes, he can. So 2-2 count now. Or the 2-2 count is popped up by Holliday, as Brian Dozier now in, working a 1-2 count is Dozier. Buxton obviously on, and Dozier will swing and miss as he won't be able to beat that out. So Brian Dozier's been struggling recently. God damn. Hit a fucking ball. I mean, I shouldn't have swung at that, honestly, but shit. Nicky Delmonico now up. 1-1 count, as the hit's taken away by Jorge Polanco there, as Leroy Garcia up. 2-1 count now. Gibson throws it to Leroy Garcia, as that will be fouled off to make this count 2-2. Gibson now with the pitch, as Garcia fouls this one off to keep the count 2-2. Then now the two-seam fastball is swung on and missed by Garcia. They'll now bring up Yolmer Sanchez for the could potentially be the third out. 0-2 count, and Gibson's two-seam fastball just misses for the strike, so it will be a ball. 1-2 count now to Yolmer Sanchez, as that will be hit, popped up to the second baseman in our shortstop, my bad, in Jorge Polanco for the final out. Now we had bottom six with Miguel Sano leading off, 2-run home run in the first inning. That's basically it. Twins need some type of spark going, whether it's a single or a home run. Either way, they need something going, as Miguel Sano's in, as he will foul this one off in deep. Might have been gone if it didn't go foul. 1-2 count now for Sano, as Sano will foul off the circle change there to keep the count 1-2. Sano with the pitch. It is hit for a ground out, as they will be out there. Coming up at the plate now is Wilson Ramos. He does have a home run this game, obviously. He hit the last home run. Now the 1-2 count to Ramos. As Ramos won't most likely get this down. Yes, he does. He gets it down for a single. As now coming up at the plate, it's supposed to be Joe Mauer, but it looks like it is Joe Mauer, right? Yeah, I meant to sub him. I don't know why it didn't give me the animation too, but so he's a righty. So Logan Morrison is coming in to pinch hit for Joe Mauer, and more power to potentially provide a spark for a comeback with a 1-1 count to Logan Morrison, I should say, as he will check his swing on the 12-6 curve. They say that he goes around. So now the 1-2 count to Morrison, as he will take the 12-6 curve for a ball there. 2-2 count now for Logan Morrison. Twins could really use a home run. Morrison has yet to hit a home run or an RBI, as he takes the fastball there in the dirt to make this a 3-2 count. Even if he walks, it's still like a successful at bat there, as he will swing on and be early on the 12-6, hit foul just early too. Could have potentially been gone if he got all of it on it, to be honest. 3-2 count now, still to Logan Morrison after the foul off, as he will foul off that two-seam fastball as well. As Morrison sends this one up, as that will be caught by Trace Thompson for the second out of the inning. Max Kepler is in here 0 for 2 with the flyout. He is working on a 3-0 count though, and he definitely does have power. Might take it though to potentially walk, see if Giolito can throw a ball. As he fouls off the 4-seam there to make it 3-1 count. Could have been a ball, could have been called strikes. That was probably a good foul off for Max Kepler. As he fouls off the circle change as well, so 3-2 count now. Giolito worked his way back into it.
There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play. Full count here. Here comes the pitch.
As Kepler will ground this one out, so they leave Ramos on first base. Twins can't get anything going offensively besides the 4 runs, as Tim Anderson now leading off here in the top 7. 3-2 count, full count to Tim Anderson, as Gibson will get the strike. There's third strikeout on the game. Avisel Garcia still in. 3-2 count now to Avisel Garcia. So he's up at the plate. Gibson now with the pitch. It will be popped up to Logan Morrison. Yep, Logan Morrison makes the play. Calls off Gibson, as Jose Abreu now up at the dish. 1-1 count. Gibson now with the pitch. That fastball will be fouled off by Jose Abreu to make this count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Gibson to Abreu will be grounded out to Miguel Sano, who will throw it over in time for the third out of the inning. So now Aaron Boomer checking in. Coming in is Oswaldo Arcia coming up to the plate. Obviously 1 for 1. 1-1 count, batting .227 on the day for 4 home runs, 6 RBIs. Could use a solo shot, honestly, as he won't be able to get the solo shot, but he will be able to get it down for a hit, maybe even more, as it gets past them there, as Arcia is trying for 3, and he will be safe. So Arcia with a triple. We'll see if it's called a triple, and it is. So Arcia with his first triple of the season. Jorge Polanco in now at the plate. 2-1 count to Polanco, as he will get a hold of that for a potential RBI chance, and it will be, I guess, a sac fly. That was an amazing catch by Trace Thompson to take potentially an inside the park home run away if he missed it, but an amazing play by Buxton. However, the Twins do get 1 run off the sac fly as Byron Buxton checks in, as he will take the 4-seam fastball for a ball there. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs so far for Byron Buxton. Another 2-1 count. From Boomer, Buxton will hit it low, and it will be out. Buxton cannot beat it out. As well as Matt Holliday now at the plate. Wait, is Boomer a lefty? He is a lefty, yes. Holliday can really hit bombs against lefty, kind of, right? Yeah, he doesn't have so much contact, but he has power against lefties. Come on, Holliday. Holliday working a 3-0 count. As he will swing, and it will be a hard play to make, but it will be made. As the Twins do get 1 run, Wellington Castillo back up here, top 8 now. The 2-1 count to Castillo, as that will be hit to Max Kepler, who's still running back. At the warning track, Kepler has trouble seeing it, but he does make the play for the first out of the inning. Yamakata now in working a 3-1 count. The fastball there, it will be a tough play for Buxton, but he does get back there and makes it. It's actually a pretty easy play. Now the 1-2 count to Trace Thompson, as Gibson with the pitch on the 1-2. The 2-seam fastball will go for a ball there. On the 2-2 count, Gibson with the slider gets him to swing and miss, his 4th strikeout of the game, as the Twins will exit the inning, not allowing a run again, as Bruce Rondon, now the righty, checks in with Brian Dozier up. 1-1 count to Brian Dozier. As Dozier gets a good hold on this ball. It is deep. Is it gone though? Yes, it is. Brian Dozier with his 7th home run of the season. He hits that second deck, but Brian Dozier, 410 feet for Dozier. Nice bomb there to cut the lead down for the White Sox to 3. 9-6 game now, as Miguel Sano will take the changeup there to make this 1-2 count for a ball. If Sano can go back-to-back too with Dozier, that'd be amazing there. As Sano will hold off on the 4-seam fastball outside the zone. Almost swung. 2-2 count now to Miguel Sano. Now Sano will swing and miss on a pitch at the dirt for the first out. Yes, it will. Probably should have held off on that too to make a full count. But Wilson Ramos now up. 1-1 count to Wilson Ramos. Definitely has power to go deep. What's his power up against righties? He's better against lefties, but still. The 1-1 count. Ramos fouls this one off to make this a 1-2 count. As Ramos will swing and miss on the changeup there. As now off at the dish is Logan Morrison. He flew out in the first, working an 0-2 count with no men on. If he could potentially do another, if he can potentially do a solo shot, that'd be lovely. He does send this deep though. Is it deep enough? And it will be. Logan Morrison with the solo shot to cut the lead down to 2 now. As now in is Max Kepler. Fuck it, we gotta warm up. We didn't have that breaker quick. Now the 0-2 count to Max Kepler. As he will take the fastball high there to make this a 1-2 count. So Twins fans have something to start cheering about right now. As Kepler will take the fastball there for a ball as well. 2-2 count now.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs. Trying to get it right.
As Kepler gets a good hold on this ball. Does look like it's going to be caught though, and it's not. As Kepler rounding third. Still going with it, and he will hold off on third. So a triple for Max Kepler, which will bring up power hitter Oswaldo Garcia. That'll be the end of the day for Rondon. Coming in is Nate Jones, an amazing pitcher. Oswaldo Arcia, 1 for 2 with a triple and a run. It is a 1-2 count now to Arcia. The 1-2 count to Arcia, as he will ground this one out. As the Twins run ends here, but top 9 now. Nicky Delmonico now in. Working an 0-2 count. Are they ready? No, they aren't. Alright. Gibson can go probably this one more batter. Now the 0-2 count. As the swing on and miss by Gibson there gets Delmonico. As Leroy Garcia is now in, and coming into the game is Trevor Hildenberger is checking in. No ERA so far this year. 1-1 count now to Leroy Garcia, as that changeup will go there for a ball to make this a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch. The four-seam fastball will go for a strike as Garcia swung and missed. 2-2 count now to Garcia as the changeup gets his first strike. Hildenberger with his first strikeout of the game. As coming up now to the plate is Yomar Sanchez working a full count, 3-2 on Trevor Hildenberger. Hildenberger brings the heat as Sanchez takes him deep to extend the White Sox lead now by 3 and probably diminish the hopes of the Minnesota Twins. Now the 2-2 count to Tim Anderson, as he will swing on a miss in the changeup. However, the White Sox do get a run as Hildenberger gives up a home run. 10-7 lead is the White Sox as Jorge Polanco now bottom 9. This Twins' last hope. 3-2 count to Jorge Polanco here. As Polanco will get underneath it. Will it be able to get down for a hit though? Doesn't look like it, as Tim Anderson does make the play. So 1 out for the Twins. Now in his Byron Buxton, he's 1 for 3 with a single in the first inning. 1-1 count for Buxton here. As Buxton will swing on and miss on the slider. 1-2 count now for Buxton, as I didn't move it up there, so this game needs to fix its fucking shit sometimes. As Buxton will swing on a pitch inside, as that is caught by Castillo for the potential find out as Matt Holliday comes in now, working a 1-2 count. This could be the last hope for the Twins. Down to their final out, Holliday takes the sinker there for a ball, 2-2. Now the 2-2 count to Holliday. Holliday takes the slider there for a ball to make this a full count with 2 outs, no men on. Down to 1 strike is the Twins. The pitch by Rondon is swung on and missed by Holliday. They said that he went all the way around. That's debatable. So your winning pitcher on the day is Lucas Giolito, who went 1-2, 6 innings pitched. They allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 4 ER, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Michael Pinedo went 1 for 1, pitching 3 innings. He got the loss. Obviously, 3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 7 runs, 7 ER, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Nate Jones with his 4th save of the year. Ramos homered, Dozier homered, Logan Morrison homered, and Miguel Sano homered. Obviously, it was not enough for the Twins to come back and get the win. So we will go and finish. Alright, so I'll see you guys probably in tomorrow's stream, as I do gotta go. So crap. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode, as I do have to go. So later, boys.